Hello, I am Tira, and I'm going to be your teacher for the class that's coming up, entitled Creative Writing for Those Who Think They Can't. I want you to watch this video because it gives you a good foundation of what we will be talking about in class. And so what that means is if you go ahead and get the logistical stuff over with and the foundation stuff, we'll be able to discuss really interesting things and also just get to the writing part, which is what we really want to you know to accomplish in this class. What you will be needing for this video lesson are the notebook or a notebook or computer or laptop, of course a pencil or pen if you're using a notebook, and a print or the emailed digital copy of questions I sent you. And then I'll show you that in just a second, just to make sure we're on the same page with that. And you will also be turning in a typed or printed copy of your answers to questions I asked in the email I sent you. So what I'll do is let me go to this page here, and these are the questions. So I've basically broken them down into each page of my website: homepage, appreciating your language page, dispelling writing myths page, and the benefits and types of writing page. So let's go ahead and go to my website or digital collection about creative writing. My homepage is basically giving you a history of how I came up with this creative writing class and my history with writing. And this is me here. This is my email. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. So if you go ahead and read this page and then pause this video and answer the homepage questions, that'll be wonderful. And what I'm going to do is just go ahead on to the Appreciating Your First Language page. This section of my website is basically trying to get you to understand and appreciate your mother tongue or first language. Now, I want you to understand I'm an American English speaker, and so this page or this whole website is going to be geared towards American English speakers, but all of the concepts can be applied to other languages. You just have to tweak it a little bit, of course. So what this page is going to do is go over language acquisition, a psychological perspective. This is the video I want you to watch and answer the question in the questionnaire that I just showed you. These are articles that I want you to read, and the next thing is we're going to go into some of the things that we literally just take for granted, honestly. These are idioms, slang, cuss words, and historical and cultural references. This section will go over what each of these things are. What is an idiom? What are common expressions? This is a cute video that some children did. And then slang, an ever-changing thing. This is usually generational, and this video just goes over current slang that is used. And then there's an American Slang Dictionary if you had any questions, wanted to learn more. The other thing is historical and cultural background references. Now, we grow up with certain movies, we grow up with certain music, and we grow up with just certain historical things. These can be bad things such as, 9/11 or, JFK or Martin Luther King being shot, those kind of things. But it can also be triumphant things, like if the Olympics were in our country during that time, and things like that. So these things are foundations that we just, like I said, we take for granted. And then, of course, cuss words, the fun words. These are some origins of 7 dirty words that are, of course, I'm sure you know. And of course, if you're a child, if you have a child around, you might not want to click on that. This is a fun video that is just basically taking Spanish cuss words and translating them into English. Again, they do have, they do have explicit words in this video, but we're all adults. And then this section is called Getting Out of Your Comfort Zone. And it's really hard to simulate how it is to learn another language unless you actually go and are forced to do it, or you want to do it. This section, though, I wanted you to click on these links, and I picked Spanish just because it is a predominant language next to English in the United States. So click on these links, and I want you to play at least 3 games. They're really short, and if you struggle with them, if you have to, look up, open another tab and look up certain things, please feel free to do that. Just know if you're in another country, that would be like looking in your dictionary to actually speak, which I did when I traveled. I carried my dictionary that I needed to translate all the time. Now it would be your phone. And then this link here will go in if you wanted to look at other language such as Korean, Chinese, the other languages. You can click there and play some cool games. Then this next part is if you already have a familiarity with Spanish or even know Spanish, maybe go search on YouTube for another language, and I want you to click on that and just try to find something that it doesn't have subtitles. The main idea with this is I want you to watch something and have maybe have no understanding of what you're hearing, or be able to say, oh, I recognize that word. Oh, I recognize that word. So watch this really short trailer of Inside Out in Spanish with no subtitles. Notice how you feel. And then this is it in English. And just notice as soon as you turn that video on how you feel. And of course, write that down in the question part that I showed you at the beginning of this video. And then putting it all together is just trying to summarize this page because it is a lot of stuff, but it's to me it's fun stuff. And just read over that and just understand how much English you know. Really just kind of I love the powerful element that can bring to your writing. The next page, if you need to pause this video to answer the questions in this section, please feel free to do now. Dispelling writing myths is the next page. This goes into another thing a lot of people, a common pitfall that people fall into is saying, I can't write because of this. You can fill in the blank with probably a common writing myth. Like the one I mentioned in my personal writing myths, a writing piece has to be perfect in the first draft. You must attempt to write like the great writers or a writer you adore. I list a lot of these because these were my personal ones. And I list also who I learned, like I have professors that really debunked these myths for me and tried to get me to move through these myths that had me, not writing as creatively as I needed to be. And then I share writing advice here. And then these are common writing myths. I want you to click on these links and then find some, a cool thing that you find interesting about these. And this is a really good video about common writing myths debunked. So please watch that and pick something interesting you find in that. So if you want to pause the video to answer those questions, please do now. And the last thing we'll go over is types and benefits of writing. And this is something I didn't want to, bog you down with grammar rules and things like that. Of course, grammar is very important and is not something I want you to, not think is important at all. But this page is just going to go into the types of writing. I list them here, and I want you to click on each of these to learn about what these are. And then click on the 14 creative writing formats. I list them all here. The main ones we will be going over, though, are free writing, journaling, and storytelling, or mainly short stories. So to give you an idea of what these 3 are, I've given you links to what is free writing. Watch this video about free writing because it really explains it well. It's really short and sweet. And then what is journaling and what is a short story, and 5 important elements of a short story. I really recommend that you look at the 5 important elements because they're common things that you take for granted when you are reading, but just having a familiarity with those is a good thing. And then the last thing is benefits of writing. Now, this is just a tip of the iceberg. There's numerous articles about the benefits of writing. Um, so if you click on these and just pick, um, key things that you found interesting. And then the last thing is The Artist's Way, which is a wonderful book by Julia Cameron. And she writes about morning pages. And this is a link to her actually telling you about what morning pages are. And this is a video that this young woman did featured right here about her experience with morning pages. So if you want to pause the video and answer those questions for the types and benefits of writing now, please do. But what we're going to do is go back to the PowerPoint, and if you go ahead and answer all those questions, they're really fun questions. They just kind of get your juices flowing about what we will be talking about in class. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. But I look forward to meeting all of you and looking at how we can all build confidence in our writing. And thank you very much.